that thing where we go around the table in hell. I'm Jason. I'm the Dungeon Master going around the table. Starting with Zachary.
What's up? My name is Zach, and I play Blevin Elmore Rutherford III.
And Karen.
Hi, I'm Karen, and I play Jo. She's a human cleric. That's what she is.
Saved it. You pulled it back right at the last instant.
I always get... Okay, so it always throws me off when Zach goes because he only ever says his character's name because it's so long. And then I'm like, but do I describe what my character is? Or do I just say, hi, I'm Karen?
It's not like you get lashings for like, you know.
I know, but like, I like consistency. That's the problem.
Okay. That's fine. Well, then give Zach a lashing. I don't know. Like,
no, he's fine. Zach's
perfect.
perfect.
We do get lashings, but I like mine.
That's why he does it that way.
Oh no. My mistake. Every time.
I think I'm playing Larg this week.
I'm so sorry.
God. Jamie.
I'm Jamie. Hello. I play Tatiana, the human rogue.
And Jameson.
I am Jameson. I play Larg, the half-orc, I was going to say not rogue, paladin and barbarian.
Technically correct.
Not wrong.
Last and certainly not least, Lisa.
Hey, I'm Lisa, and I play Bella, the Minotaur rogue.
I am so excited. It like this is gonna be a big, nasty, epic fight set piece thing. So last time, you guys were getting away from the tower. There were goatmen with drums attacking and stuff like that, and we had fun, right? But in the midst of it was good times. Never forget the goatmen. And in the midst of getting away from most of this, you kind of reach this point where you're hopping from island to island, and there's just cliff faces and this roiling green glow coming from stuff, and this giant armored dragon thing kind of lifts itself up, and it's called the Iron Wyrm, and we're going to get ready and fight this big bad bastard right now. If everyone could do me a favor and roll initiative, please.
Oh, come on.
You'll notice a couple of little upgrades to the combat tracker. It tells you your current health. It gives you your
very cool.
Yeah, it gives you your AC if you want it. Like it's nice little things. So
Great for the initiatives yet.
I just had to check. It's like, oh, did this little hotbar thing get it wrong? Because the highest roll's a 12.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, oh no.
Target a token.
So I haven't rolled for. Why did they label it useless iron? That's mean.
I thought you did that.
No, that was the table. It was shitty. So we got Vela with a 12, Josephine with an 11, Blevin with. By the way, I'm having a real Bernstein Bears thing. I thought it was Blevins.
That's the thing. We're in hell, baby. It doesn't matter. It's just, it's always the opposite of what you think it is. You're like, oh, is it Blevins? It's Blevin. But if you think it's Blevin, then it's Blevins.
So wait, does that mean that's a plural? Then I thought it was just his name, but like, are there like that's?
Maybe it was Blevins when it was both Blevins and Darmok, and now it's back to Blevin.
Okay.
Now it's back to Blevin.
No, I like that.
So Blevin with an 8, Tatiana with a 6, and Lark with a 3. Let's roll for the worm.
Oh, good worm.
Wow.
Whoa!
Good wormy.
Jesus, he rolled a 4. It rolled a 4. I don't want to assign to gender.
They.
He is useless.
Okay, Lark got lower. Let's not.
Wait a minute.
Oh my goodness, Vela, you're
Okay.
up.
6. She's gonna have to try and use the whip feature because I think she can only get close enough to do that. Yeah. So she's gonna try and use the whip feature to attack. Useless here.
So it's still based off your dex, so it's same stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay, so. Wow.
Ooh.
What was that? A 3? Or, no, a 9. Does a 9
Yeah,
hit?
Nope. Not 9's gonna miss.
Damn it.
We're gonna have to roll higher than a 2 tonight, guys. Like it's.
That's not
It's
gonna
not-
hit chitinous armor.
Josephine, you are up.
Yeah. I'm gonna call down some lightning, I think. That sounds cool. We're outside, right? Where are we again?
Hell.
Are we in a cave?
No, like you're outside. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna call down some lightning. So this guy, he's gotta make this thing, it's gotta make a dexterity saving throw.
Uh-oh. Yeah, this isn't going to go well, but we'll see.
Yeah.
13
It's-
doesn't do it.
Yeah, it's gonna take some damage.
Would you guys like a boss bar?
Ooh, that sounds fun.
Ooh, pretty. I love
I
it.
love that.
It's just my color.
That's not intimidating at all.
Where do you see it take damage? Jesus! Oh, I didn't know
That's a
we'd just
lot.
be whipping out 4 d10s. All right. So
And that is a concentration spell, so I can do it again later.
Very nice.
let's do some damage. Oh my goodness. That's quite a lot of damage. Holy shit.
No,
All
it
right.
says it does extra damage if you are outdoors in stormy conditions. That's what it is.
Oh, Blevin.
So Blevins is going to.
You fucking prick. We just discussed this. You can't slip in S's here and there. Don't do that.
I didn't even notice when you did it.
If I think I feel senility creeping in, I just can't. I can't. Like, don't gaslight me.
Like, wait, oh yeah. So the current singular Blevin will he'll kind of look out towards this metallic worm dragon creature, and he'll kind of step back and say, "Oh no, this one to do it all." And he'll kind of wave his hands, and he'll cast fairy fire. I want to center it on, just the worm. It's a big AOE, about 20 square foot, but I want to try to center it right on him, and he has to.
Yeah. God damn it with the dexterities, guys. Jeez.
He's a big one.
How about strength? Here we go. Oof, 6.
Everyone has advantage
Ooh.
until I cannot concentrate anymore.
Shit.
Thank you.
Oh, damn.
Evans, you just made my day. Or Blevin, sorry. Fuck. Now I'm doing it.
Does
Anything
Tatiana
else?
actually say you've made my day? Because
Sure.
then Blevins will say, "Your day is not over yet," and give you bardic inspiration.
Ooh. See, he just needs compliments. Okay, I
Yeah.
get it.
Flattery gets you
I know
everywhere.
the way to Blevin Blevins' heart. Blevins' heart.
The
Blevin
singular
eye?
Blevin.
Levi, that's a
Levi?
horde of.
I'm just gonna start mirror imaging so I can have multiple of me.
There you go.
That'll bring up Tatiana.
Well, hold on to your wig, old man. And Tatiana.
No, I will. It was kind of fast.
I'm being serious. It fell off last time. Hold on. I will use my short bow with advantage, so I'm gonna get that sneak attack too.
Hell
Well, actually,
yes.
Here we go.
cosplay what Blevins look like when his wig falls off. Just this right here. This he's just it's just much sadder because he's much older.
Oh,
That is gonna miss. 16 will
Damn
miss.
even with advantage. Oh wait, but I have bardic inspiration. I can use that.
Do you want?
What's that? D4? Yeah, I'm
D6.
gonna yeah. D6, even better. If you gotta smoke them, if you got them, right?
Hey,
19.
That will hit.
nice.
Yay!
That's what it's there for.
Okay.
Oh, satisfying.
We'll do the regular damage first, and then I'll do the sneak attack damage.
Ooh, God. Okay. Did you?
18.
18. Okay. 18 damage. Got it.
Yep.
That brings up the useless iron worm. Still mean. I'm going to have this thing fly.
What?
It's a worm.
Oh, worm in the WYRM.
Oh.
That's just fancy speak for dragon.
You know, it's funny because at the end of our last session, I was like, I'm pretty sure it was a dragon. And then you started saying worm today, and I was like, I guess I was wrong. I could have sworn it was a dragon, but damn it.
So this baby's going to land, boom, just smack dab right in between Vela and Larg. Let's do some damage here. Of course, it has a multi-attack. Oh God.
Of course.
2 claws and 1 tail. So you know what? Let's give Vela the tail and 2 claws to Larg. How about that? 1 tail coming up. Boom.
Oh, damn.
24.
One.
Wow. I'm gonna just go ahead and say right now, I'm gonna use my uncanny dodge.
Yeah, that's a good call.
So, just whatever damage you deal, it's halved.
That's smart.
Okay. I forget I have it.
We're up. 17. So let's cut that in half, right?
I think 9.
Half damage. Bloop.
Thank you.
No problem. And Larg, we'll see. I don't think I'm gonna roll that well again, but that modifier is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Claw number 1 to Larg. 26. Oh my God.
Oh my God. We can. Oh God, can we do this?
You could do this.
We can do this. We can do this.
12 damage.
That's
Oh, you didn't get a chance to rage yet. Shit. Okay. And 1 more claw. Here we go, baby. 25.
Oh God.
13 damage. So this thing just comes at you, right? You're gonna get those initial 2 hits off. It is going to spring into the air, and as it lands, like all these bits of giant kind of bulgy, messed up bits of armor, kind of rust holes and shit, are just going to kind of flap when it hits, and it does not miss a single attack when it jumps in. That'll bring up Larg.
So I imagine when the thing, first of all, by the way, I joked about holding my mic like a sportscaster, but then my stand broke and I'm literally holding it like a sportscaster.
Oh my God.
just
So,
broke randomly.
It just fell
Just-
off the. I mean, it's
You
not broken.
called
It
it.
just fell off the thing, and I'm not going to take the time to fix it.
I think that's called manifesting.
Yeah, I think I
Mhm,
manifested. I wish I could manifest some money. Anyway, what is it?
Nope, just breaking stuff.
So I imagine when like the dragon like lands in front of Larg and swipes his claw at him. Obviously, it takes a pretty good chunk out of him. I kind of imagine him doing that thing where he's like grabs the claw and is pushing back against it like a Captain America v Thanos type thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and that's going to be a moment where he can rage, and he will take his axe and I guess just start hitting the thing.
We'll
Ooh.
drop a 1 to take a 15, baby. 21 will hit.
21 will
Nice,
hit.
yeah.
Okay, so let's do some damage. Normal hit.
Oh.
You know what's funny is I was just reading my rules and I have Great Weapon Master.
So you can have a 1, so we'll
Sorry.
re-roll that.
Let's re-roll that. Try again.
4, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna lay a smite into that as well, I think.
Sure.
So let me get back to my spells.
So 7 damage so far. What smite is it?
Divine
Thunderous?
smite. Okay.
Oh, divine
Uh,
smite.
When you hit with melee attack, for each spell level higher than first. So it's 2d8 is what it is, because I only have first level spells. So
Okay.
let me just manually roll 2d8. Be an extra 7.
Another 7 damage, 14 total.
Okay. And now let's swing again. We're going to do attack with advantage.
Drop a 2 to take an 11. 17 will just hit.
Ooh. Okay. So we're going to smite. Again, I'm going to go ahead and just do that up front here. So here's 2d8. And then we'll go ahead and do the weapon damage, which is 6. All right. So that's 28 damage total this turn.
That's not bad.
Nice.
Larg Angie. And that's my turn.
Ooh, that's so satisfying.
And he yells
Ah.
it too. Larg Angie.
Thundering out within the valleys of hell. Just is it a regional thing? Does that mean something different than because
Must be an orcish thing. I don't know.
re-rolling for round 2. Ooh, shit! So we got Vela, Blevin, Tatiana, Josephine, Ironworm, and then Larg. So
Okay.
Vela, you are up.
I was just reading through. Read your character sheets, folks, because I should have had advantage on my first attack.
Ah,
But that's
God.
on me. So, would you mind explaining the electrical ability of my weapon to me one more time? Because I kind of have the bare bones. Is that
Sure.
is that nat 20 or is that
Yeah, it's on a crit.
a crit? Okay, cool. Thank you.
No problem.
That's what I thought. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's not something I could just be like, I want to electrify it.
Yeah.
All right, she's gonna swing one more time with this new sword before she puts it away because. Let's see.
Sword.
Okay, sword. Attack advantage.
Oh!
You were-
That's a
Tell me
crit.
about manifesting.
Okay, so damage first. With the sword. So 5.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
the
Oh,
booty
well,
sword.
5 damage.
But then I have sneak attack.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do that. So there's that.
13.
Is that doubled as well? For crit or just regular?
Everything is doubled on a crit.
Okay. So that would be 2 sneak attacks or just 1?
2 sneak attacks, I believe. I think your
Okay.
sneak attack dice are just doubled.
Okay.
So, oh
So
boy,
25 damage for the sneak attack.
and you get 2d8s for the lightning damage.
Ooh. Don't mind if I do.
So you should roll more crits, honestly. Like
I should. There's another 15.
Jesus. Okay, hold on. Now I got to do math. So 15, 12, 13,
40,
5.
45?
I
What?
was like, you went to college.
Yeah, 25, 40. Is that 45?
Yes. Let's say yes.
Yay.
So, Jesus. Okay, so 45 damage as a result of being bloodied. This,
Oh, damn it.
oh, God. This bad boy is going to take off into the air
Huh?
And never return.
and go away. No.
It doesn't
This
have
is-
wings, does it?
Yes, it's a dragon.
Oh,
Does
it's
it
an
draw
actual
an
dragon. I
attack
thought
of
it was just like a
opportunity?
fake BS dragon that just kind of.
So
not disrespect it.
so there's no attack of opportunity because he just takes off straight into the air. But if you want, you can try and grab a hold of him.
Yeah, that feels like something I'd do.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. We're looking for 15 or higher. And if you get that, we have problems. The dragon has problems.
I believe when I'm raging, I have advantage on athletics check. Let me check.
I believe you do.
Yeah. That's a 25.
Yeah, we'll take that 25. So Larg is along for the ride. We'll just have you here, like on its little footsie. So he's going to take off, and you're going to go ha, like 25 is that's great. So luckily he didn't just take off into the sky, because we'd have new problems then. But it is going to land, and it's going to get ready and deliver some radiant breath.
Radiant?
Radiant. Well, it's a good thing there's no demon in you, huh? That would be.
Yeah.
That's like we're in hell. It's a little inappropriate.
I mean, like this thing might be like some sort of godly artifice type of thing. Like it might be like, hey, get
Little
out there,
punishment?
crack some skulls. Yeah, real knee breaker. Everyone who isn't Larg now. Jesus. I need a dexterity saving throw of 16.
Okay.
Ooh. 16.
Not gonna happen.
Ooh, 4 for Josephine.
Bards get like uncanny dodge. No.
Jason, can I use evasion instead
That's what I was just looking at. I was like, ooh, evasion.
and just not do that?
Oh!
I'm back. The singular Blevin.
Okay, here we go.
Need at least 2.
Ooh.
Oh my
But
god,
at least we get
guys.
half damage on a
Yeah.
failed dexterity. Yeah.
I don't.
So,
Was that no? Was that a no?
yeah.
No,
Oh,
I
wait.
can? Okay. I want to do that then.
Oh, I'd like to use mine as well then.
Wait.
Nothing.
Hold on. Am I thinking of the wrong thing? I might be thinking of the wrong thing. Hold on a second.
It specifically says dragon's fiery breath, so I feel like it fits in this situation.
Oh, but it's not fire. It's right. No, hold on a second. Hold on. No. Hold on.
Sure. Should have read the fine print.
It's semantic breath. It's just okay. Beginning of 7th level, you can nimbly dodge out of the way of certain area of effects. Oh yeah. You're fine. Yeah, evasion.
Oh, but dope. I'd
Okay.
like to use that as well.
I would like
have
to
it
use
too.
this.
Yes, that's fine. So Josephine does the opposite of that, and like Lard clinging onto the leg of the dragon, she reaches out to grab the fire and bring more of it into her.
Oh, Josephine, no.
I'm a cleric. Radiant is good, right?
Well, It's a tool. Like fire can be good. You
I
know.
thought you're supposed to absorb the radiant. That way you can push it back out.
Oh yeah, you're soaking the powers in.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that gets you cancer, I think. That's it's like uranium. Like it's like
You got turtle
You'll be
cancer.
super glowy though.
yeah, oh
Your
yeah.
skin is just gonna be so vibrant.
For the 8
Yeah.
minutes you're alive after this fight, you will light up a room. Incandescent, really. Just you know what? Advantage to all charisma checks after this.
Yes.
So
A con
holy
thing to do.
shit. That's a 4 for Josephine, an 8 for Blevin, so Vela and Tatiana just take half, right? They just
It says we dodge
don't
out of the
know.
way. So do we take?
I don't think we
none?
get it at all.
Oh wait, hold on. You instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, and only half. That's evasion. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, half damage for Vela.
Oh.
So we still have
Yes.
to roll.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we
You're still
okay, let me.
you're still part of the
Ew.
game. Like we're still, you know.
Gotcha.
Oh.
So Vela's taking half damage. Oh shit! Never mind. Tatiana's just gonna crit. So Tati's fine.
She bounces the radiant damage back at the worm.
Ah!
It's actually into Joe's face. It's like
Yeah.
just more. Just okay, let's do some damage. Okay. Well, it won't do that. So it is 7d8.
Oh
Oh.
God.
Fuck.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Oof! 27 damage.
That could have been way worse.
It really could have, honestly. There's a lot of 3s and
Yep.
4s in there. Like, it's not bad. So, Vela, let's get you half damage.
I'll just
Tati?
attribute that
Thank
to Larg bull riding it. Just can't concentrate fully.
Blevins is going to take it all.
The whole hog.
And I don't know why that got me. And Josephine. So we'll just take half of your hit points and just kind of
Just take them
Oh.
right away. Yeah.
But the good news is you're about 2/3 into this dragon's health. You're doing really well. And there's a larg on it.
I just thought of something. Does Splat have any combat abilities?
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
As much as Pippin does, yes.
Don't hurt my boy.
I mean, I guess you could like throw him at something. I guess like he could be
Go get the dragon, Splat.
he could be an inconvenience, maybe like. Fella, was there anything else you wanted to do?
Oh, I wanted to ask about the. It says electrify a field around you. So I guess I as part of the ability.
Yes, so it's basically an aura. So if like it steps within 5 feet of you, then which honestly that won't be hard.
Okay, cool. Okay, so do I need to roll to recharge now or at the start of my next turn for the?
Start of your next turn. So it's the beginning of every just
it.
like fire breath here. He's gonna have to recharge at the beginning of
Got it. Thank you. That's it then.
Nope. No problem. Blevin. Oh. Did you roll for concentration?
No, I was gonna say I think I need to do that. So
Oh,
Did I
both
say
of you.
Constitution? Just
Yeah.
yes.
You're looking for 10 or higher. That's all. Oh, Jesus
Oh.
God, guys. Woo! Okay. So Blevin
gosh.
did it. Josephine, no.
No, it's fine.
It's gonna be great.
It's great.
All right, Blevin, you're up.
Hey. Levin's a little shaken. Is going to just kind of look at the palm of his hand and kind of be perplexed for a second and just kind of like aim it out, hoping for something. And he's going to attempt to Eldritch Blast at the creature. And since
we'll drop a 17, take a 19. 27 will hit.
damage,
Oh,
One
max
more
damage. 10.
nice.
Drop a 13 to take a 16. 24 will hit.
Damage.
Oh, minimum damage. 1.
Fair enough. And as a bonus action, throwing out another bardic inspiration to Larg. I'll shout from down low. Uh-oh. Levins will check his old man diaper. It's still good. Still good. I'll throw out a bardic inspiration to Lord. You just look down. Oh, me pantaloons.
We're all 12 years old. I'm
I heard it. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I heard it too. Oh. Into my mouth there.
It was Lisa that got me. Like it was just
So sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm 12.
Tatiana, you are up.
All right. Tatiana is going to again attack with her short bow. With Levin's advantage.
22 will hit.
Yeah. Ooh.
7 damage.
And then my sneak attack.
Oh god, significantly more damage.
Yeah.
19. Ooh. Oh, that worm's health's dropping. Anything else?
Mm-hmm. Nope, that will do it for me.
Josephine, you are up. So I feel like that wave of radiant damage is just kind of like it's not hot like fire. It's got to feel like a really hot summer day, but it's also like you're getting sandblasted. Like there's just stuff coming at you. It's uncomfortable. It feels like you're being judged.
Judged. Oh, I was gonna say like a little wind burn, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, but also judged.
Judged. Hardcore. My lightning is gone now, so I can't do that again. I could. You know what I feel like I should do?
What should you do?
I feel like I should do a mass healing word because a bunch of us just got hurt real bad. But I think it means I need to.
Levins can barely keep it in his diaper.
You ever
I
get
cast
burned so
sharks.
bad you shit? I know I have. Hi.
I love it.
Oh god.
So
Before I
I'm
discovered
going-
oven mitts, cooking was a real mess. I'm sorry. Sorry, go. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna cast mass healing word upon us all.
Ooh, all right, sweet.
Yes, it says up to 6 creatures, and I know Larg didn't take any damage, but
Oh, no,
or
not from
Tatiana,
that.
but
Even the worm? Just top us all off?
Yeah.
did that not roll? Healing, normal. There we go.
We can just keep scrapping.
Everyone gets 6 hit points.
Ooh. I'll just add 6 back to the worm.
He's not invited.
Oh.
He can't stay with us.
Not at this
Wow.
cookout.
You know what? I'm glad you hungry hippoed all that damage.
And do I have a cantrip I can do? Because that's a bonus action.
That doesn't happen automatically, right? We had to add it ourselves.
You have to add it, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some flame at this bitch. I'm gonna do a sacred flame right at his face.
Oh.
Payback. He's got to do a dexterity saving throw.
Would you stop? That's mean. Okay, fine. You're being very ableist.
Oh,
15!
dang.
Oh!
X.
Oh, he was due for 1.
That one.
Yeah, that was
Did,
the one.
Does
All
Fairy
right.
Fire limit his dexterity in any way? Or, like, give him disadvantage?
I think it's just stealth rolls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it just lights him up.
Mm-hmm.
What if it did, though?
He moves
the only-
better with Larg on him. Maybe he was off balance or something like a washing
Oh.
machine.
Maybe Larg is just
Log
steering
accidentally
people.
steers him. Like, oh, no.
Thanks,
See, that was
buddy.
gonna be cool if it hit because it's radiant damage, so it really would be like I was pushing
That's-
it back at him.
That would be pretty cool. Anything else, though?
But that's it.
All right. All right. Clearly, this worm he's not doing well. And I think, let's see. I think he's going to take off into the air and just double move. He's just gonna fly away, fly up, get on up there. So sadly, unless this thing dies, you're not going to get XP for it. But that's a small price to pay for living, unless Lark wants to hold on continuously.
I didn't hear no bell.
Okay. So he has a 90 fly speed. So by doing that, we are now 180 feet in the air.
He just went directly up for 180
Just
feet?
boom. Like he just wanted to get away. It's like, well, how far do I need to go to get away from arrows? Because that shit hurts. Like, let's get. It's like one of them's throwing magic. Like just boom, blasts on into the sky. So we are 180 feet up, and it's Larg's turn.
All right.
This is okay.
We're going to... I got a couple more swings. I mean, let's do it.
Larg is so metal.
We're going to roll with advantage. We're
A
going to get a
crit!
crit. We're going to get a crit.
Drop a
Um,
19 to take a 20.
So, a couple
Metal
things
AF?
here. Speaking of reading our character sheets, I was reading something.
Uh-oh.
As a barbarian of the Path of the Zealot, I get Divine Fury, which actually my first attack, they take damage equal 1d6 plus half my barbarian level. So he gets actually an extra... Does this double too? I don't know. I don't know what the ruling is on this. But 4 damage. So there's that. So that wasn't much, but I should have done that last turn too. We are going to smite. Hang on.
Jesus
I have
God.
to look at...
Path of the Zealot. I never heard of that shit. Sounds like it hurts.
Moderately so far. Like it's
just a little bit. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
just a little extra. I put my finger under his armor plate and just kind of scrape
Yeah.
it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's not cool.
Like a
That's-
divine
that's-
barbarian? Hell hath no fury.
Ooh.
Let's see. What was I just looking at? Great Weapon Master. Yeah. So when I score a critical hit with the melee weapon, or I can make an additional attack. So I get an additional attack right now, and this one's going to do triple damage because I'm a half orc. So.
Remember that.
Oh, damn.
I'm a half orc.
Did you
I don't-
do the damage for the first hit?
I haven't yet, no, because I wanted to make sure I had everything in my mind for what the first crit
Okay.
was going to do.
Okay.
I don't know if this is going to do triple damage automatically, but let's find out.
Yeah, it did. Oh my god. Ooh, 247.
Oh.
That's 16.
Okay. And let's add that smite damage in. So this is going to be... Does that double too? I don't know. I don't remember if it does.
I don't know. It's starting to feel like I'm doing my taxes. I just see high numbers keep going up.
All right. I'm going to just say another 10. Can we add another?
Sure. Why not?
So that's 30
Tell you what I
damage
tell
so
the
far.
IRS. Just put it on my tab.
That's 30 damage so far, right? Between...
Third. Jesus Christ.
All right. I got 2 more attacks. Hang on. Hold that thought.
Oh yeah, get it, Lark.
She's just
So-
on top of it as it flies up.
Yeah. So
Just walk.
imagine this thing takes off into the sky. You guys are hovering above these roiling bright green fields of whatever the fuck they are, and you roll another crit! Holy shit! So as this thing's trying to get away, you're scaling up with the axe, just like scaling up, like you are hitting it in all of its sensitive underparts.
You're scaling organs.
The I want to say also, because it's the Hellfire Great Axe, but he's using it for Divine Smite, is basically like glowing white with holy fire at this point, as it just like goes absolutely ballistic into the back of it.
Can you? Okay, before we lose track of this,
Yeah.
give me a d6 for the first crit to see if we roll on the table.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh.
I forgot about that.
4.
We're rolling on the table for the first one, so let's go. Oh Jesus
All right.
God!
Oh my god.
Broken wing.
Oh no! Then he just twirls into. Oh God, we're gonna have to find the black box to see what happened to Lark.
Do I have time to crawl inside of it before it lands? I'm half
Dragon
kidding. Like if I make a
787
big enough
has-
hole,
Has
it might
crashed.
be.
Give me a d20. Let's see what. Oh, Jesus
20.
God. So this is for the first crit. That's a
4.
4.
Ooh, double 4s.
Oh God. Okay. Whoo, baby. Go for the eyes. In addition to standard critical hit damage, your target is blinded until the end of its next turn. The target rolls a Constitution save. On a failure, it loses an eye permanently.
Oh shit.
I don't think it's
I've
going to
crawled
be
up to its head at this point.
Yeah, it's con
Yeah,
save. It's
you're-
probably. Ooh.
14. Oh wait, shit. Hold up. 11. Okay, he did. Okay, you did that. But there's still another crit to deal with, and
Yeah.
you're really Shadow of the Colossusing this thing.
I'm reading the text on the Great Weapon attack thing, and I don't think I stopped getting bonus attacks for getting more crits than one. So I think
I
up
think
to
it just
4
keeps
attacks
going.
now. Yeah.
Go for it. Like
All right.
again.
So here's the damage on number 3 or number 2.
You get a plus
rather.
1 attack if you get a crit.
If I get a crit with the Great Weapon, like a large weapon, I get a bonus attack.
Gosh.
Oh,
Theoretically, he could just twirl and get gut an army.
Also, if I kill something, I get a bonus attack too. But
Oh my
we might
God.
land where there's nothing around me. So,
You kill it and you start swinging the air.
He just steers the dragon back into the goat men and just like, all right.
I'm out of
20.
smites, by the way, so we'll just have to
Damn.
leave it at 25 for that one.
Ah, I really feel for you. Okay,
Yeah.
so 20. Oh, it's so oh! That will kill.
Shut up.
That will kill the dragon. Holy shit!
I still
didn't hit
Brace
I got 2
yourself.
more attacks.
We need a visual on this. 2 more
I
attacks.
want my 2 attacks. I'll never get 4 attacks in a row. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Just keep swinging as it goes down.
I'm
Chip
getting
off
ready
some
to-
of
just
them
gotta see how
scales,
far this
Larg.
rabbit hole goes.
So I'll give you a choice.
Mhm.
You can try to do something to brace for this impact, or you can continue attacking and maybe take its head off.
I feel like that's pretty rad.
Jameson, what would Larg do?
Larg's he's gonna hit it again.
WWLD.
Yeah.
WWLD.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go.
Now, can we get any
So-
actions down here, or are we just watching?
Aw.
So here's the thing, though.
It's definitely confusing
Can
about what's
somebody
happening.
like lean forward as if to go help Larg, and Tatiana just puts their arm up like, no, he's got it.
He gets like this.
He gets like this, you guys. You don't understand.
Just see them with that.
I'm going to assume a 10. Somehow I missed on my third attack.
Well, that's pretty easy to explain because it's been an upward trajectory the whole time. Then it dies, and it's like, whoa. It's like how they filmed all the zero gravity scenes for Apollo. Like they just throw you up there, and it's like, oh shit, and that one misses. Like he dodges it by being
You
dead.
need to like swim through the air back to it to get my
Yeah.
yeah.
If we notice he's on a downward trajectory, I would like to try to do something. Just
Okay.
Oh, that's almost another 20. Oh
Jesus
my god.
Christ. Well, here's the thing. Any attack that lands is an automatic crit.
Oh, okay. Well,
So you're just gonna-
automatically I can just keep going all the way down.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I would imagine, yeah.
Coup de grace.
So now you're like this thing, like I imagine it's like you're gripping onto the iron plates of its neck while you're like, oh, I got you. Boom, boom, just hacking. You said you wanted to try something because he is dropping fast,
Plummeting.
170 feet, 160, 100. It will not
Yeah.
take long before he
So-
reaches terminal.
Essentially, like with the fourth attack, he's going to, instead of like the overhand swings he's been doing, he's going to do like a lumberjack swing up underneath one of the iron plates to see if he can dislodge it.
Jesus
And
God.
he's gonna basically tuck himself in like a nice blankie and ride it out. See if he can get somewhere a little bit. I don't know. He's not even really thinking about it. Honestly, he's just fucking fighting. Like
Yeah, I like
he
you're
is trying to
raging.
pull off. He is trying to pull off an armor plate, but only so he can hit him with the armor plate. Like
I would imagine that this is like, okay, if you're watching from the ground, this dragon goes up, and for let's see, what was that? About 6 seconds. There's an oh god, no, and then it stops going up, starts going down, and you're seeing little bits of like metal come off of it as it's going down, and you're gonna like its wings are just kind of like flapping into the air, and you can kind of see where its neck is gone limp, like a sleeping goose, and it's plummeting out of the air, and its head and neck are like whoa, whoa, like it's almost off, like it's you know. What would you like to do, Blevin?
So we see this happening, and it's this amazing visage, and Blevin is just so inspired and impressed. He's just in awe, and he just it starts to plummet, and he's and he's obviously Larg is just falling, so Blevin starts to panic, and he runs over to Vela, and he says, the only thing that can save a great hero like that is another one, and he casts fly on you.
Okay.
Oh boy, I hope you have a plan. Like, yeah.
She's like, wait, what?
Good luck.
And just like,
No consent. It's like, get up there. What? And just like
If you look, the biggest and the strongest that's left on the ground. So he just looked around, said, if anybody can catch
Tagging
Larg,
you in.
it's probably you.
get up there, be somebody. Just like
get out there, kid. Meanwhile, Larg is just straddling the thing in the neck, using its own armor plate to try to chip the rest of its.
Blevin is just hoping you go for it, basically.
oh baby.
I don't
So
think
now
she has a choice now. Yeah.
so we need to figure out trajectory. So if a Larg leaves Boston,
You gotta Superman
traveling
it. You gotta really Superman it.
yeah, so okay. How fast does Avella need to go?
I mean, oh my gosh.
What's the speed on fly? Like what? Like
So let's see here. You touch a willing creature. Hopefully you're willing, because if you're completely weren't, you probably have to roll something.
it's good to know you could just say no, and you don't fly off the ground.
Oh, you have a flight speed of 60.
Okay. At this point, it's obvious that the worm is falling with Larg on it.
When the spell ends, well, okay, wait. when does the spell end?
Let's see. 10 minutes.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. If it takes you more than 10 minutes, you've done something wrong. So
She just leaves.
Man, this is all quick action right here.
Yo, I have a way out of here now. So, like,
Yeah.
you see that hole up there?
Bye.
You mean you're sitting on a fly spell this whole time?
You know, yeah, actually, that could have helped a while back, but that's fine.
Man, pervert gave it to me.
So, okay, hold on a second. So Vela is now rapidly moving into the sky about twice the speed that she can run. So she's flying. And Larg is falling at the terminal velocity of this dragon, holding onto the dragon. So as Larg is falling, just like, ha, it's Vela flying into the sky with Splat on her shoulder, just big wet eyes, just
my god.
rocketing toward
baby.
Larg.
Larg's raging. You better not let him see Splat. 'Cause he's popping like a
in the air.
balloon.
So, do you say anything to Larg, or
She'd probably just be screaming, honestly, at first, like, "Ah! Larg!
Just
Look
matches his yelling. What? How'd you get up here? No,
I'm coming!
he's incomprehensible. Like he's raging. He's not saying English words.
so
or
okay?
common words.
Here's what I think we need to do, because there's a lot of there's a lot of things out of Vela's control. Even the flying, one could debate. I think we need an athletics check to grab a hold of Larg.
Jesus Christ.
Do we do one to grab each other? Like, do we do like the clasp arms type deal, or
Is Larg paying attention that much, or like?
can I make a perception check to see? if
You know
he is?
what? I think that's fair.
Okay. Because
I'd
like
say,
if he
like-
notices her, you know.
Yeah,
um,
I think that's fair.
So I just want to check rage and see if I don't have a disadvantage on that type of stuff. I don't think I do.
Thanks.
Okay, I just it just affects spell casting, so I'm fine.
Yeah, that's not your strong suit while raging.
I'm trying to prestidigitate some blood into something, but it's
Is smite a spell?
no, it's an effect that burns a spell slot.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Let me see. So perception, normal.
Does that mean you can't silence paladins like that then?
Okay.
19 plus 3.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. Nice.
Her?
She's probably looking up at you with this face like, I'm coming for you whether you like it or not.
All right.
I feel like that's probably a sight that gets your attention. Like this.
Floating,
The
flying
one thing that
mid-
could have happened be weirder than what's already happened.
Yeah, just
The
does
fucking
Villa have
rocket
a fear of
fuel.
heights or anything? Because like I would. I'm not.
You know what? She didn't before, but she might after this, after falling out of the
That's-
tower and now rocketing
Oh my
into the
god,
sky.
yeah, right?
That's fair. That's all in the same day. That's rough. Okay,
Really?
so like, her and Splat come up.
I just agree.
Both of you just give me an athletics check, and as long as neither of you biff it hard, everything's fine.
Okay, so fun fact, my athletics is a 0, so.
Okay, well, Lark's got a 25,
Wow.
and you just fucking crit!
Perfect.
Vela
Oh,
has
yeah.
what I
Yeah,
lack,
like,
which is
bro
great.
This is a movie right here.
Yes.
Yeah. So this has got to be one of those dual matrix dive things where
Yeah.
like gorgeous. Like this looks like you guys planned it out. Like SWAT team coordination. Just boom. So as Vela's flying up, clasp arms, and you kind of spin around, and then you're just kind of like dangling there for a bit because like you have control over your trajectory.
Now,
For the record, Larg is so sweaty. Like, he's covered in blood. He's very sweaty. He's hard to hold on to.
that's okay. Fine. She'll probably
I'd say
just.
yeah.
There's a
With the
lot of
crit,
blood.
you're fine. Yeah. she's got your hair or something. Like she's, so it's just like,
She's got your.
Well, more like he's probably got her fur. Like he's probably grabbing onto.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
oh,
probably
that's
not
got to be
comfortable.
unpleasant.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit! Oh, there goes that.
Like Splat would try to like hold you too. Like he would try to like
His little
he is-
spindly tentacles.
Start
he
climbing
is
up Vela to get to Splat. Come here, you little sheriff.
Leave him alone.
because Splat is not into this. Like not into being 60 some odd feet in the air. So it's just like coming. It's like okay, just like so he's gonna reach down and like grab your bracer or something while kind of nestled in with Vela. It's like okay, don't drop me. Like just trying to pull and. He's gonna. Let's see. Let's get an athletics check from him.
Oh no.
2.
But-
So
Oh.
that's.
He rolls a D4 for athletics.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
I'm doing my part.
Was a D20. Oh my god.
So I imagine you return to the ground, like nice and
Yeah, like a very controlled descent, but also trying to keep like no, leave him alone. Come on, hey.
Just fighting on the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Lark
stop
takes
it.
a gets his anger under control during the descent.
There we go.
He's pretty zen by the time we reach the bottom.
Let it all out.
When then they get down to the I think when we get to the floor, once she like puts Splat on the ground and like makes sure he's okay, she's gonna turn and be like, "Did you just kill that fucking thing in the air?"
Yeah, I beat it to death with its own neck. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Lark, that is truly exceptional.
Well, and he kind of looks around for wherever it landed. He's like, we will be ripping it up and taking pieces of it, though. It's very, very tough to get through. I think we could probably use that.
I like the cut of your jib, sir.
And you, Vela, great catch. It's like I
Yeah,
told
don't
you.
ever fucking do that again.
fair. That is fair.
There. Yeah.
Ask me next time, dude.
My apologies. We were short on time.
You see these?
I believed in
see
you.
these could have done damage. She's like gesturing to her horn. She's like, these could have pierced
Something.
So this dragon is going to fall out of the sky, kind of at a weird cockeyed angle type of thing. And it is going to tumble into a mountain and roll off to the side. And it's going to fall into this series of buildings and just decimate the entire area. It looked like some ruined little, like, not a town, but like some, like maybe there was some kind of like shantytown city type of thing. And this thing is just going to blam. There's a tiny avalanche coming down behind it. And by the time the smoke all clears and the rubble's kind of, it is going to crack wide open. And this bright light is going to come out from it.
Oh shit.
And there is going to be kind of a... You ever do something and like it might be at work or school or something like that, and like someone acknowledges like, damn, that was good. Good job. And you kind of get that prideful, it's like, oh, thanks, like that, you know what I mean? You're all going to get that feeling as if the gods themselves are like, all right, shit, okay, that was pretty good. Like that's, and you kind of get this feeling that there is some reward in the corpse of that dragon.
Ooh.
I feel like Larg feels that because he knows what's inside that dragon. Because he chopped it up so much.
I mean,
Like,
until
looked inside,
recently it was
there's
Larg.
there's a warhammer in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. A second ago was my arms. That was in there.
He's reaching in like a broken pinata. Ugh.
Shark. Damn it.
I almost interrupted earlier, and I'm so glad I didn't. He was like, okay, I want to try something. Shart. Like, just like, I don't know how that's going to change the proceedings, but visually it's interesting. So,
Oh my god.
roll to shart.
Episode title. So when the like, I feel like we stop what we're doing, and like as a group, we watch the dragon sort of like hit the buildings and like topple down. And while it's happening, Larg leans over to where Tati is and saying, "That was really fun. It was like a lot. That was maybe the coolest thing ever."
Well, I'm glad that you're having a good time.
And he kind of like he's got a look in his eye that you probably haven't seen in a while. He was like, he's kind of got that like, "Can we do it again?" look in his eye. You know, like that.
Yeah.
Like I just had a really fucking good time.
I want to go on again, Dad.
But then he like gives her that look, and then he starts like trotting off in the direction towards where the dragon landed.
So this dragon hits the dirt, right? You're walking out of this relatively unscathed. Like it's pretty fucking miraculous. And with everybody meeting back up, you know what, actually? Jameson, can I get a flat D20 from you?
I'm good at those, as we've seen. This is a 16.
Hey.
Okay, so you aren't that far from the group. Like I was waiting to see, like, you were up in the air quite a bit. So like, did you, did the wind take you? But
Oh, see, I felt like we touched down
yeah,
right next.
yeah, like you're pretty damn close. I was just gonna like not so much the dragon being off course. It's just I was gonna throw you a curveball, but like there's no need for that, right? With that out of the way, like, what's your next move here? What the hell? What now? Because you would think that this huge thing is out of the way. You wanted to kind of take a look at this dragon. I know that. Is that the next play, or like?
Yeah, if I recall, I think we were kind of, or at least Larg had started like trotting off in that direction. I mean, he's very focused on this for just the moment, but I think the overall plan was to still head in the direction of what we believe to be a portal as quickly as we can. But
Yes.
just one quick, we got to stop off at the hell
Big dragon
equivalent of the world's largest ball of yarn, and then we gotta
Don't say yarn. You're gonna taunt half the cast. Like, just what kind of yarn is it?
Someone's a yarn?
Is it hand spun?
Are we talking wool? Are we talking acrylic? Are we talking what? What are we?
It's hell. What's the
It's
worst
hell.
yarn?
So what's the bad one?
The scratchiest.
Yeah,
Ooh.
human yarn.
Wool is really like anti.
All the yarn
water.
with the little poofy balls on it that looks really cute
Ah.
and is hell to work with.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so
That conjures no image for me, but okay.
Those who know, they know.
Yeah, no, I bet we're big in the knitting community, honestly. Like,
Oh my god,
Really
a DNR
easy to
knitting
listen to
circle.
podcasts while you knit.
Anyway,
it should
sorry.
be.
Can
it's
I
a whole
get-
market you're missing.
can I get give me an athletics check, please? I just kind of want to see something here.
Everybody?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Oof, man, I am just killing it tonight.
Oh, that's the rogue too.
Okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, man, things are it's going dandy over here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, Tatiana with a 5, Vela with a 14, Blevin with a 9, Larg with a 17, and Josephine with a 14. everybody except Tatiana is going to be left standing, but the ground beneath you is going to pitch very, very suddenly, right? And Tatiana's going to not fall down, but kind of be pitched forward. And I'm going to give you a chance to make an acrobatics check, but you're going to have to clear a good distance here.
Okay.
So if you remember, you're on these little platforms, and oh, that's good. High number when you needed it. Okay, so that's a 21. So this thing's going to pitch you forward, and you're not quite ready for it, but you're using that momentum to just kind of jump and kind of land on the other side here. And then there's a moment, I feel like, where everybody's like, is that going to happen again? Like, and it was probably because this dragon hits the deck and like kind of reverberates out, and there is still a big white glow coming from that thing. If you're just making a beeline for it, it'll only take you about like 10 minutes or so to get to this thing. And I would love it if you give me a perception check.
Jeez.
God, these threes.
Not rolling.
I know.
Lisa, could I get a perception check, please?
So sorry. Yes.
Stop being sorry.
That's a nature.
Also, I thought your shirt said the Illuminati, and it's
It does.
yeah. It's like some sort of yarn-based knowledge.
Hey.
Let's see. Tatiana, 13, Larg 17, Blevin 9, Josephine 13, and Vela 23. Vela and Larg. This dragon is somewhat translucent. The belly of it. You can kind of see musculature and skeleton and stuff like that, but it's only because this light inside is so bright, and it's kind of pulsing. And there's something in the side of this thing that is kind of a shadow in front of the light, like almost like there's a big lamp and someone's making like a shadow puppet inside, almost like it's an ultrasound. Like this dragon was very pregnant, but only in the chest, and you can kind of see something almost egg-shaped, but elongated. But it's really hard to make out because it's kind of coated.
So Lark's gonna lift his axe up and then look at everybody like, somebody say don't.
So wait, are you hovering it like I'm going to use my axe as like a cutting tool, or like like you're just going to?
I thought you just were looking at us menacingly.
Yeah,
Easy, big fella.
just in general, just I'm not sure what to do. So.
I think Bella
I
might
feel
take out her
cornered.
If you do that, Bella might take out her rapier and be like, "This might work better."
I mean, if you want to try it, yeah, I guess. And he puts it.
Oh, I was gonna let you try it. I think you're probably better at getting in there. I just thought this
okay.
might cut better
Yeah.
than that, which might hack it.
Okay, and it's like he's never handled anything like a rapier before, but he'll give it a shot. And I think he'll do the thing where he like chokes up and like holds it by the blade, so you can almost like draw a line.
Did anyone ever
yeah.
take fencing in school?
Oh, I did. I loved it. It's
I
fantastic.
did
Yeah, I've
too.
done
I
some
was
fencing.
terrible at it, but I wanted to be good. I wasn't coordinated enough. But
Our coach
Right.
was a Russian Olympic coach at one point.
Ooh.
oh,
my
and
gosh.
Well,
he did
that's not
not let
fair.
us even touch the swords until like 4 weeks in, and none of the kids I was there with were having it. They were like, "I came here to swing swords." No, but I was all about it. I loved it. He had us doing the most grueling bullshit drills,
Yeah.
but it was great. Loved it. Anyway, yeah. So he'll take the rapier and use it wrong, and see if he can cut into this thing.
This thing is it's gonna cut through this like a hot knife through butter. So this dragon's sternum is going to slice, almost like there's a zipper there, and it is going to kind of peel apart, and there is this pulsing, like some sort of egg sac or something inside. It is a bright amber, kind of, it's almost like someone melted hot wax and then smoothed it out, but there is a definite glow coming from this thing, and it is going to the sternum's going to completely open up, and even the rib cage is going to spread open like it is presenting this thing to you, and it is about the size of Larg.
That was going to be my question. Okay.
Yeah, it's sizable.
Larg sniffs it. What does it smell like?
You know, it's really strange. If you had to describe the smell, it smells like celebration. It's the weird, like if you turn to everyone, it's like it kind of smells like a birthday party or like a graduation party.
Smells
Like
I
it's
got a
weird.
promotion. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's whatever the opposite of Jason's taxes are. It smells like that. Like it smells like I won. You know, like like that.
The
Oh
egg
my
itself
God.
is solid, though, right? Like we can't.
Do you touch it? Do you want to touch
I
it?
do touch it. Yeah.
Ooh, that's good.
He lays both of his palms right on it. And he's like
Bare
close to it
hands?
too because he's sniffing it.
I would say it's 2 degrees firmer than a waterbed. It's got some give to it,
Mm.
and it comes back, but it's like, okay, all right, like
So you said it was pulsing, right?
the light is pulsing. It's not
The
like-
light is pulsing.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
not pulsing. Okay.
It's pretty stationary except for the touchy bits. Like it's almost got like a memory foam quality, but it springs back pretty quickly.
Now that it's out, can we do another check on it?
What kind of check? Do you want to touch it?
Animal handling.
I mean, the way it's glowing makes me want to roll a religion check on it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. To
Yeah.
religion, or just like another perception.
Oh.
Well, those are 2 different things.
I know.
Do one of you want to do one and the other the other?
There you go.
I mean, I'll do the. I mean, listen, I'm not the ideal person to be making any of these rolls, but I'll roll one.
Do
I
it,
have
Jameson.
a pretty good well, I have a +3 in my perception and only a +1 in my religion.
I have a. Well, okay. I don't want to
That's okay. I
table
mean,
talk too much.
I'll
but-
do the religion just because I'm right up there. in it.
Yeah,
If
do
anybody
it.
else wants to roll anything else, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna get a 12.
That's a
I'm gonna roll
12.
a perception.
18.
Hmm.
So okay, let's start with the perception, right? That's the higher number. Let's roll with that. Ha ha ha. So this thing is fucking weird. If you were to be, let's say you were out and about as an adventurer, you see weird shit. The longer you're out there in the field, the more the weird stuff you'd see. This has something terrible like egg sac written all over it. You've been around the block enough to know, especially those of you who've died, everyone. So everyone's like, nah, fool me once. Shame. Like it feels like that. It's like this has "don't touch" written all over it. In fact, we probably already went too far. But
it smells like celebration.
it smells like so. Okay, do you smell it? Because Larg smelled it, and Larg.
Sure.
Okay, get in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll count that as part of the.
Yeah.
Part, yeah.
I'll get a little bit closer, and I'll like sniff it, and I'll touch it too, like.
All right. Kind of nuzzle it. All right. Cool. So, if Larg tells you, "Hey, this smells," I don't know what his exact words would be.
Larg would turn around and be like, "This smells like that one girl I liked when she said hi to me that one time."
This is so precious.
I mean, it doesn't smell like the girl, but it smells like, you know what I mean.
The feeling that I got. Never mind.
It smells like when I found bacon in the road.
Oh, road bacon.
Road bacon.
Road
That's what I
bacon.
said.
So rare. So, Joe wouldn't. Excuse me. Joe wouldn't describe it the same way.
Interesting.
If Joe had to, again, it's not a smell. It's not like, ooh, sandalwood. It's not a fragrance, but a feeling. And it kind of feels like, you got a flat tire and someone stops to help you. Kind of like a weird sense of like help and hope kind of like blended together. It's like, okay, I'm not alone in this. That kind of feeling. And when you touch it, it is very warm to the touch, and you can kind of see the light get a little more intense where you touch it, but just until it springs back, like it's, so there's definitely a light coming from within this source. Like it is right there. But again, yeah, the smell is, it like if you're comparing notes, it's like, oh, I'm picking up an undertone of it's not so fucking bad. That's pretty cool.
It makes the way I described it sound weird.
Yeah.
It smells like that girl I liked that one time.
Relief. I'd like to make a roll just for myself if I could.
Sure.
Okay.
What's a 2 get you?
That was an intelligence check.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm
no.
gonna lick it.
Oh,
God.
You're gonna
Lord.
lick an egg, a hell egg that popped out of a dragon.
Yeah, well, he's gonna wait until Joe, she comes over to check it out, and then she's gonna turn to look at the group or say something to them. And as soon as she stops looking, he's gonna.
Can I
Get a quick one in.
Just get a quick one. Yeah.
Quick one in.
There is an audible. No,
Oh, yeah. Can I? Okay.
you gotta.
I got to cover the religion check first.
Oh yeah.
Oh, right.
Just to, just for,
I do want to
can's
point
sake.
out, regardless of what you're about to say, he licks it.
You-
anyway.
you
He
gonna lick
definitely
it.
does
Okay.
that. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna lick it.
I would not
I'm
stand
gonna
in
lick
your
this
way,
egg.
sir.
I'm gonna lick this dragon chest egg.
So, this thing, Larg has had a turbulent time, faith-wise, over the last
6
several,
months.
yeah. But staring at this thing, there's a vibe he's getting that, just kind of for a moment, things kind of make sense. It's not good or bad. It's just for the first time, it kind of feels homey a little bit, where you're like, okay, this I understand what I have to do. I understand what's going on. And you probably haven't had that feeling in a long time, since maybe traveling with the old group before you died, before all that stuff. It's just you had a very clear mission in life. You knew what you were supposed to do, and it all got muddled. And for just a minute, you're like, oh man, like it's like, yeah, there's a lot of work to do, but like, I get it. I know what I'm supposed to do. And let's lick it.
Let's lick it. Yeah.
Let's lick it. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much saliva you slapping on this one?
I feel like Lark's kind of a spitty guy anyway, so I'm going to say probably a solid, let's call it an 8.
Oh, okay. That is like,
Well, he's
you
got
did
that
just get
underbite.
yeah, you did just get done raging too, so I imagine there's a little froth.
We're a little
Yeah.
spitty.
Up on adrenaline.
We're not quite like large dog, like strings of drool slobber, but we're,
Sure.
more than you want.
It's moist.
Yeah, more than you
Yeah.
want. It's the next large
He's French
t-shirt.
kissing his
Large,
egg.
More than you want.
More than
Well, gotta make that now. Anyway.
hey, we're launching a new merch store. Let's do it. So you're gonna lick this thing, and at first it kind of feels like licking a balloon, right? But not the rubber taste. How many of you have licked a balloon? We've all been kids, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We were all 23 once.
Required.
So
Said something horrible.
this thing tastes like cinnamon and a rigorously structured civilization.
Okay.
Not Nazi rigorously structured, like universal healthcare structured. Does that make sense? Like there's it's like, oh, like people are like things are being taken care of. Again, it's that homey vibe, faith wise, but this is more like, oh man, whoever's running stuff is doing a pretty good job. And it's just kind of floating on your tongue for a second, just kind of, good job. Like, you know what I mean?
Documentation. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
not utter bureaucracy, but it's like, hey, we saved our receipts, Like, it's,
Yeah.
This egg is going to start to split open.
Oh.
Where you licked it, there is a trail now that is eating through the covering of this thing, that gelatinous thing. So
Lark's gonna act like he has no idea why it's doing what it's doing. Oh, guys, look.
Did anyone see Larg lick it?
everyone saw Larg lick it.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought he was being slick.
what happened?
Oh, guys, what?
Larg.
I don't know why.
Oh, wait, Joe is right there. Like, there's no
Did
way.
you just lick that, Larg?
You would
No.
have to actively try not to see this. Like, it's so... Because when something's presented to a group like that, it's like, oh man, I found these spores, or oh, I found this new weapon, or something like that. The group kind of gathers around and they're assessing it. And it's like, like someone licks it. It's like, that is against protocol, sir. Like,
It
we
works
should
for
have.
geologists. It works for the barbarian of the group.
Jason, when this thing starts to crack open, Blevin, the singular Blevin, would like to look for any cover. Try to make a dex check to look for like the first sign of cover and jump for
He
it.
dives.
That is incredibly sensible. Yes. So this is a little out in the open, but I would say ducking behind Larg is your best bet right now, because there's a little patch of rocks, and you're a thin dude, so like hitting the deck behind, like that's double cover. I think you're pretty good. I'm not even going to make you roll for that. That's just hit the deck, right? Like that's Does anyone else have a visceral reaction like that, or?
Ew, Larg. You don't know where that hell egg has been. Well, you do. It was inside of a thing. Ugh.
He looks at you exactly like a dog that got in the trash. Like he's like, oh,
No, Larg. No.
Yeah.
Leans in to do it.
Bad Larg.
No. It's like, I didn't know what else to do. Sorry.
And your first instinct was, let's lick it?
Wow.
Well-
Yeah, I guess it was. Yeah. Yes, it was.
I mean, it did activate it, so who am I to...
Right, but is that good? Like, is that like?
Who knows? Weapon drawn.
Steel yourselves, young ones. It's cracking open.
Did you say that from
Behind
the
what?
ground? Like just like
Yeah, behind Larg. Steel yourselves, young ones.
Defend me.
spring forth, burly protector. So this thing is going to kind of dissolve open, and the second there's a sizable crack, it is going to rupture, like someone popped a balloon in slow motion. And the first 3 rows are going to get wet.
Tried to warn you.
Very sensible. So on a scale of 1 to 10, I need to know how wet you're going to get. So could each of you, with the exception of Blevin, please roll a d10?
Man, these threes, though.
Oh
Ooh.
no! I feel like high is bad.
High is the most.
I rolled 2 because I feel like Larg's gonna just be there.
Yeah,
So-
no. I think if you're in licking distance, you're just
You're full splash.
You're
zone.
drenched.
On a
yeah.
scale of 1 to
Bella's
10,
basically a
Larg is
giant
yes
shield
wet.
anyway.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Bella, I feel like is like splat and like holding him up to like no,
Oh.
my baby.
Meanwhile, Splat's trying to catch it in his mouth. He's like,
He's like, can I eat that baby?
Why did he get to
Tentacles
lick
reaching
it? Yeah, I think Splat gets Lisa's roll, so 10, so the most wet.
He's already wet.
But does he like it?
Here's the thing, Splat is always a degree of moist. Like, this is just, I'm sorry, I'll use a different
Already
term.
slicking off.
How about
He's
slick?
He's already
Okay.
damp.
he has a film.
Damp. There you go.
A film, yes. Yes. What? Give me a word, Lisa, that isn't like,
No.
I'm trying to think. I'll bust out my thesaurus.
How can
You
the
have to
person
know
who
a
works
word
in water
because-
not like
yeah.
the word moist?
Well, okay, moist is the obvious one. Slick didn't get me much
Yeah.
Yeah, but
further,
you
so I'm
work in
trying to.
water.
No, I know. Wet.
Just wet.
Okay, like,
Yeah, just what I guess.
Gooey.
okay,
Goo-
we gotta,
ooh,
let,
gooey.
let's try.
Slimy.
Slime.
Well, it's not. It's what? Well, okay, let's just get into it here. So, I would imagine after Blevin ducks down, Joe and Tatiana are just kind of like, but they're far enough back that it's like, oh god. So they're gonna get a bit of this on their legs and shoes, and it's kind of goopy, like warm. It's like honey, but like a little more runny. And this smells
Lovely.
a little different. Like Larg is going to get a big face full of all of it, like completely coating him, right? And it is 10 times stronger. That smell is 10 times stronger than, like, it's almost like he's coated in serenity. If that if that sounds like a thing, like just kind of, it's like, oh man, I'm at peace. Like it just, everything
Literally
makes
a wash in it.
yeah. Vela, not so much. Like Vela, it's more, it's like someone said, oh yeah, let me help you. And then like you're gonna feel like, oh man, we're due for a break. Like something good is about to happen. This isn't it, but it's coming. Like, so you're just kind of coated head to toe in this slime. So is Splat.
He's splattered.
Ah.
Ah.
So Splat explodes. He's dead. So now, no.
Not a big
tire
loss for me.
I
honestly.
riot.
Attica.
Going on a rampage.
And the you barely kind of get to kind of process this goop, because something is going to rocket out of this egg and into the sky like pure energy. And several 100 feet above your head is essentially a fireworks display.
Ooh, pretty.
And it's very, the entire thing is very odd, very like, why did that happen? What, you know? And what those of you who are covered in this, what is the reaction to that?
Huh. Well, that's a big beacon right on us. But it's pretty.
Fella's not wrong.
So, well.
Sorry.
Why?
I don't know. I was just gonna say, like, for a second, like, I feel like this actually calms, like, Bella down, because she had been kind of, like, worked up or whatever. And so she's gonna, like, actually turn to Blevin. She's gonna be like, hey, man, I'm sorry I cursed at you earlier. There was no need for that.
It's quite all right. I put you in quite the predicament. You did accidentally, like you're doing now.
Yeah. Maybe just ask next time. And she's
Fair
gonna kind of
enough.
smile at him, just like, hey, okay. And then she'll just go back and be like, we should probably move. Like, she's like super calm, even though, like, this sucks.
Blevin wants to step around the delightful ichor and kind of he wants to investigate the area a bit. He wants to see if there's like a entity in this pure beam of light, or is it just just energy?
So there doesn't appear to be anything in this egg anymore. It's just kind of like a it's like someone peeled a grape or something. It's just like skin. It's kind of got it's kind of like a wet, like kind of floppy kind of viscosity to it. But everything that was in it seems to be out. It was liquid and whatever shot into the sky.
Well, we already have a bunch of people after us, so I think you're right. We should probably not get any more attention. And that is the opposite of that, pointing up to this giant fireworks display.
Oh no. So what is a 6 intelligence check at us, Jameson?
He's drinking it.
No.
Dude.
Log.
Well, listen,
Are you okay? Like, did
he's
Darmok just jump bodies or something?
Feebly try to stop him, but we
he
can't.
is having a religious euphoric experience.
Epiphany, yes.
He's gonna.
Oh,
He's
he got high off the egg. I got it. Okay. So
he's taking it in. He's basically, honestly, he's ritualizing it. He's like performing rites
that's
with
kinda
it.
cool.
Okay. So like, okay, describe how you're drinking it. Do you just scoop a bunch up with your hands and like?
Sort of, yeah. But he's like cupping it with his hands and like bringing it up and like kind of murmuring, prayer over it and such. He's definitely making it He's not performing necessarily. He's doing it for himself. Like he's not making a show of it. But like if somebody glances over at him, he is certainly caught up in that. And a part of that is he's actually drinking it. So,
does anyone try to stop him from this, or is it just while
Lemon-
you're, yeah?
Levin runs up to Larg and sees what he's doing and how the pure belief and resolution on his face, and it just becomes a spectacle in itself that you just have to watch and see what happens.
Tatiana will go up to Larg and sort of, not to interrupt his ceremony, but we'll put a hand on Larg's shoulder and just be like, Larg, bud, we gotta go.
yeah, and he'll a couple moments later, he'll finish what he's doing, and then he'll stand up and sort of just shake off a little bit, and then he'll look at her, and he will have a level of peace in his eyes that she may have never seen them before. And he'll say, "Okay, I'm ready."
And because Tatiana didn't smell it or touch it, isn't having that experience, so do you want to take some of your egg goo with you?
And he'll smile a little bit and he'll say, "I have enough, thank you." And he'll turn and he'll look at everybody and he'll say, "Let's go." And then off we go.
That would so unsettle me. Like, just have
Larg.
Oh,
we
we're
just
gonna-
watch you take down this dragon, and I'm feeling pretty guys.
Levin has done worse, so
Making
he's
him a
just
serial killer.
Guys, come to the basement. It's just
I've heard there's yarn in the basement. Let's go.
there is yarn in the basement. There's always
What do you guys
money in
think
the
about
banana
that?
stand.
What do you guys think about a light jog? Should we do a brisk
It
jog,
took me a
everybody?
second. That was great, though.
Vela and Larg.
Hmm.
There is almost a spider sense that's kicking in right now. And you are going to feel danger. And you can almost visually see it represented around you, almost like there's a mini map, right? And you can feel those drums reverberating far behind you, and you can feel like there's something flying your way to the west, and like you can feel all this stuff. But there's one path in front of you that just feels like it's like this way. Like it's like this is not charging into the jaws of something, right? Like you just feel it.
Yeah, I feel like if he's taking the lead, Larg is going to go in exactly that direction, without even really making it. As far as he knows, he's the only one who's having this experience, so he's going to just go that way. But
can I get a travel die from you? Can you just roll? Just give me a D10. That's all. Just a D10. Let's do it. Holy
How about a
shit, that's a
10?
10, baby.
Wow.
Baby.
That
and
That
that is
is
good,
zen,
right? We're just making
That
sure.
inner peace.
yeah, he's
That's
actually
true.
Zenyatta hovering down the road.
Yeah.
Hey, when your paladin has a religious epiphany, you got to trust it.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Follow that shit. Yeah.
I ride that wave. You are going to essentially, there is a rocky face to these platforms, and you're just kind of traveling down right now, almost to kind of get to like, quote unquote ground level. And you are charging up this sandy dune, basically, and it is kind of dotted with these big greenish hued rocks. Like it almost looks like plutonium, like all over. It is weird and fucked up, and you're just about to crest over the top of this, and you're going to hear someone yell, "Stop!" Like they are. It almost sounds like they're panicked. Like not aggressive, more it's like 60% panic, 40% I'll stab you.
Okay. What direction do we hear it from?
It is just on top of the dune. So if you're like trying to like scale up this thing, like
Okay.
they are probably 10 feet above you at like a 45-degree angle.
Can we see them?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
So they've got this they've kind of got this cloak like wrapped around their face. It looks like it. Give me a perception check, everybody. Give me a little looky look.
Oh, boo.
Hey.
I'm telling you.
Oh! Jeez, okay. So, Vela 11, Tatiana 17, Larg 22, Josephine 19, Blevin 10. I'd say everybody but Vela and Blevin is going to get a pretty good look at this guy. It looks like his face underneath this cloak is pretty like bright red. So probably tiefling or horrifically burned. Could be either. It's hell. And you're going to see a couple of silhouettes standing behind them. The way the light is coming off of these rocks, it makes it difficult to see beyond this first guy. So it's kind of hard to see, but he's not alone. And like he's got a spear. It looks pretty crude, honestly. Kind of like a gnarled branch that's been honed down to a point. And this person looks like he has been through the ringer. Like they have not had an easy time either. It looks like. And you could see in his eyes that it's just like, fuck, just don't, like just that
And
kind of thing.
he's speaking common, not like some demon tongue.
No. Sounds like, honestly, like, okay, if this were the real world, like, almost kind of sounds like a Minnesota type of thing. It's like, oh, like, okay, that's not, like, it's almost the opposite of foreign. Like, it's almost, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost too American, you know what I mean? Like, it's almost too, like, you know, comfortable, like.
I'm not gonna lie, when you said if this is the real world, my mind immediately went to like the reality show instead of like just actual
Yeah.
The real world.
Yeah. So like the Miz is here and like, you know,
A lot of bros.
a lot of bros. Guys who tell it like it is. A lot of
Oh god. Instant conflict.
I lick him.
Oh my god.
And how much saliva would you say is
Full 10, baby. No, if somebody else wants to talk to him, otherwise I'm gonna do a large thing. So
just fucking cleave him in half, like just
without
God.
even
Oh,
getting
my
stride,
way.
just whoop right through. Going into
I'm
like,
having an epiphany! Like you just
Does anybody else want to take it or?
What?
Whoa, bro. We're just trying to get through.
Hey Jamie,
Yes.
I'm getting a lot of echo.
Are you?
Yeah?
Oh.
You're several feet away from your mic.
Oh, I have it pulled forward. Here, I can scooch.
Oh my god, that's so much better. Right away.
Is it? Okay. We're just trying to get through.
There's kind of a moment where like he's scanning he's scanning the party, and the two people are going to step forward, and it looks to be a man and a woman, like on his left and right, and they look human, maybe half elf, something like that, but they're definitely not demons or, you know, skeleton fuckers or whatever. Like, you know, like they definitely look like just people.
What do those
You
look
can tell
like?
that by
We'll
looking
get
at
to we'll get to the skeleton fuckers. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Well, now if
Okay.
we don't,
By
I'm
the
going to be
rattling.
disappointed.
Yes, take that. Like that's a,
Don't you dare enter the rattling caverns. That's where the skeleton fuckers dwell.
you're a dirty girl. Like just
Skeletor?
Like a dull chorus of spooky, scary skeletons.
you know what, let's not go there,
Oh,
guys.
geez.
Let's not, like,
This is a silly place.
We're questioning all my life choices up to this point.
No dry bones in hell.
oh goodness. So the guy with the spear is going to kind of just like lower the spear a bit so that's not so damn aggressive.
Mhm.
You okay, Lisa?
I just made myself laugh again. I'm thinking about a skeleton fucker. I thought I was good.
Do you want to get one more out of your system and then we can
Okay.
I just thought of a sad one. What if it's him alone, but he's just very vocal when he masturbates? Like, what if it's just like, poor guy. After all, it's hell. Like, it's like, you know what I mean?
No privacy.
Yeah, no. I thought that'd be girls. Like, just, you know, like it's just, it's a real sausage
In
fest
hell,
in
you-
hell. Yeah, I don't know. Like, he was misinformed. Okay. Okay. So this guy's going to kind of put the spear down a bit so he's not so aggressive. And he's... You're not demons?
No. Are you demons?
No. You can't exactly... It's not an odd question. That's all we've run into. Please, he's going to put the spear into the sand here and offer his hand and try to help you up. And like one by one, he would try to like pull people up and yeah.
How long has it been? Are we still wet with egg?
You are not dry.
But not dripping anymore, maybe.
Yeah, not like it's windy. So like I'd say
Mm.
those
That's
of you
fair.
who are rocking a 10 are probably a 7.
Oh,
You're-
okay.
Yeah, like very clammy palms, you know.
So when Larg thinks his age was sorry, I've got weird sweat.
That might have been one of the things that, like, if he saw you guys before you saw him, he was like, oh, we got some real drippy fuckers coming. Like, he's figuring it's like some sort of
Real
slime
drippy.
monster. Like, it's, you know, and
The arch enemy of the skeleton fuckers, the soggy boys are here. Not a dry bone in sight. All right, I'm done.
oh man,
jeez.
there's definitely an 80s cartoon in there. Like if we got Barnyard Commandos, we could definitely get some fucking like Soggies versus skeletons.
Sounds like a fucking Fortnite season.
God, I want to see that season pass. That's so weird. Okay. As you guys are getting pulled up here, there's a bunch of people. There's like 10, maybe 15 people. They're kind of spread out and facing different directions. Like they have like a little camp set up almost. Like not like a tent and fire and stuff like that, but it looks like they're moving in such a way that they can kind of watch their flanks constantly, that type of thing. And this person, like, once he gets it up there, Roosevelt, I have so many questions. So how long have you been out here?
How long have we been?
Yeah.
It's only been a couple days, right?
Yeah,
it's not been long.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. It all blends together in hell.
Right.
Could be since last July, could be since 2 days ago.
It feels like an eternity.
It sure does.
I'm not exactly sure how long we've been down here. I know that some of us were frozen, I guess you could say, for a longer period of time, but we were recently woken up and are now trying to find some sort of exit. What of you, sort of gesturing to this group of people?
Yeah, that's almost dead on what we've been doing. It's been I don't know, a couple dozen hours maybe, but it's been pardon the expression, it's been nothing but hell since we woke up. We've been attacked nonstop. We saw the lights and we thought someone was trying to signal, maybe, and it was a long shot, but we came this way.
So you raise your hand, go for it.
That was just Larg in the background being like, I did the right thing.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, the lights were us. We have had hell too. Most recently, a dragon.
So there's kind of this pause where, like, where do we even go from here? This is fantastic, though. More people is good. We could. Well, I'll be honest. We don't really have a plan other than survive. But there's got to be a way out, right? This can't be eternity. I don't believe I've lived a life that would have me end up here. Though I could be wrong. I don't presume to know what the gods think. There's a little bit of bitterness in his voice as he says that, though.
Well, for starters, what is your name, good sir?
It's Roosevelt. Thatcher. And he'd have his hand out again.
Blevin would shake it with his a nice little glove on, white glove. A little dirty from, what's been going on, but it still looks cordial.
Yeah, and he would be like, "Ooh, dry." Like, just, like it would be.
Yes, Blevin is dry.
Ooh.
Then he'll say, my name is Blevin. This is Larg, Josephine, Vela, and Tatiana. As you can tell, we just left that beacon. We were afraid we were drawing undue attention to ourselves. You might be in the same danger if you're headed that way.
What did it, if I can ask?
Well, our champion here, Larg, fell. The most foul creature, an evil, ugly dragon, took it completely off the face of the earth. It was an amazing feat, and this dragon, it hit the ground, shattered cities, or shattered buildings, and when we found the creature, it was translucent. It was beautiful almost, and it spawned this being of light that, well, I won't lie to you, it seemed glorious. seen things of dreams, things of hope. From what I can tell, I did not dabble in such things. I left it to my constituents, but from what I could tell, it was quite pleasant. But as you know, things in this realm that are pleasant draw ire. So we left.
Wow. Can I get a perception check from everyone, please?
Can I exchange my perception check for an insight check?
Sure.
I was gonna ask the same
did-
thing. Yeah.
For Roosevelt?
Yeah.
Just like generally, it's like how
Their general story, like, oh, the same thing happened to us. So funny that you said that. You know? Like, maybe I should have let them tell us first, but too late. Well,
Okay, so everyone rolled like crap.
all night.
Blevin 6, sorry. Vela 13, that's not bad. Josephine 13, Larg 10, Tatiana 8. Insight-wise, nothing sounds off about that story. It's more or less like, I mean, that's not... I mean, it happened to us. Why couldn't it happen to other people? Why are we so special, maybe? Or, like, if they were lying to attack us, like, you feel like they had the edge to just stab down at you. You know what I mean? And they didn't. So,
Yeah.
you know, like, you were already at a disadvantage.
Yeah, that's true. But they could just be fucking with us because it's hell, you know?
As Blevin is kind of describing the thing with the dragon and all that, he's like, oh, the champion lark here. That kind just kind of talking you up, being your hype man.
Bardic Regale.
Yeah. A woman in the back, kind of facing outward, is gonna turn her head human, and she's gonna kind of look over like I heard, like, almost like, did someone say my name type of thing, like that type of thing. And she's probably only about 15, 20 feet away. It's a pretty tight circle, and she's gonna adjust her eyes and almost stumble toward the group. Lark?
Oh no.
And Lark would recognize this woman as Ellen Sable. And like it's like a disbelief in her eyes, like almost tears of joy, and she's going to like close the rest of the distance and just wrap her arms around Lark.
Yeah, so all of the things that Larg has been over the last couple of hours, like he was, kind of defiant and grumpy about getting kicked out of the tower, and then he was an enormous rage monster, and then he was, as basically euphoric as he was, and sort of what's the word I'm thinking of?
Skeleton fucker.
Skeleton. Serene is the word I was thinking of.
Zen.
Same thing.
He was just like, after everything he's been through over even just the past couple hours, and he sees her, and he instantly looks like he's 14-year-old kid. And he makes it maybe 2 steps towards her and sort of kneels down, and he returns the hug and just like buries his face in her neck, inside of her neck.
And as awful as everything's been, and as lost as like the group might feel, their group might feel, there's just like this tiny bit that washes over the group of like, okay, it's not all terrible. It's not, there's there's still hope for something. And I think it's a good time for us to stop for the night. And
Oh, so good.
I was hoping, and then you said it, and I got happy.
Same.
dead
I
characters, baby.
I wondered if she was down here. Had to do it.
That was
I-
great.
oh.
That's so good.
Mhm.
Just at the end of it, Blevin just kind of leans to the nearest person. Do I still got it?
Kind of a weird backdoor. You're welcome type of play.
Best hype man ever.
Still got it.